Martin Schulz is the Social Democratic Party's lead candidate in the European Parliament elections. He's out on the campaign trail, doing his best to drum up some interest in the upcoming ballot. Most of today's crowd are party members. Schulz is out to win over the rest.
Go and vote. And when you do, vote for the SPD and help shift Europe slightly to the left.
But people soon lose interest. Schulz makes a point of speaking to those who remain. It looks as if the SPD is really fighting for every single vote.
We're actually reaching quite a few more people here today than you might think. People who don't stop but just walk past see we're here. They won't all vote for us, but people realize we have nothing to hide, that we're willing to talk to everyone. That's an important message.
An important message maybe, but is it enough? Most people still can't see why they should cast their vote at the European election.
It's not that interesting. You don't know anything about the people you're voting for.
They keep on doing things I disagree with, so it doesn't matter who I vote for.
It's also complicated.
Some 43% of voters turned out for the last European elections. This time, opinion pollsters like Richard Hillman predict turnout will reach a record low.
People still don't grasp the workings of the European institutions. It's partly a question of education, but many EU citizens have difficulty understanding the point of it all, what happens there, which decisions are made, and most importantly, they don't see why it's relevant to them.
Even the election campaign has appeared a bit half-hearted. The CDU is getting plenty of support from the top. The Chancellor herself is making an appearance at this rally in Cologne, and Chancellor Merkel can always draw a crowd. They've come to see her, and she does mention Europe in her speech.
We want a Europe that addresses the important issues, but not necessarily every single issue that arises in Europe.
The party's front-runner candidate stands next to her. This is his campaign, but Merkel's also here because she hopes to be re-elected as Chancellor later this year. The European elections are normally a reliable indicator of voters' wider intentions. With most people backing the same party, they'll support in Germany.
It'll be a bit different this time because the big parties are both in the Grand Coalition. So there hasn't been much underlining of party policies in the campaign. The campaign has definitely lacked an aggressive undertone.
For now, Europe's heads of government still call most of the shots, and many EU citizens fail to see what exactly the European Parliament does. In fact, it's taken on a great deal of power.
People need to be told that the European Parliament is gaining in importance. Not only does the European Council play an important role in the EU, but also the Parliament. Often, problems are solved and compromises reached in the European Parliament, and the Council then agrees. That needs to be stressed.
Back in rural southern Germany, direct confrontation is one of Martin Schulz's strong points.
Every election of a mayor, a state premier, or a chancellor is based upon confrontation between voters and party agendas. In the future, what we need is a confrontation between candidates for the position of Commission President, the most powerful office in the EU.
For now, this person is chosen by national leaders. Unlike other parliaments, the European Parliament doesn't have a clearly defined government and an opposition.
There's a parliament, but there's no government. There's nothing that characterizes election day as we know it. No winners and losers. No one going off to form a government.
There won't be a directly elected European government in the near future, which is probably why German voters are more interested in elections closer to home.